Welcome to this webcast. My name is Silke de Lange and I'm a lecturer in the Faculty of Law at Stellenbosch University. I'm a BAccLLB and MCom Tax graduate and the coordinator of the BAccLLB program. Thank you for joining me in this presentation. I hope that you will find the information presented in the next few minutes helpful and interesting. In sharing the necessary information about the 5-year BAccLLB program, I will touch on the following aspects. Firstly, the legal, accounting, and commercial knowledge you will be exposed to during your program, and the various skills that you can acquire during your degree. The admission requirements and selection for the program, the application process, and finally, where you can find further information online. So, without further ado, at the outset, it's important to note that the BAccLLB program caters for students that have an interest in both law and accounting. The degree covers the same law modules as the LLB degree, which include constitutional law, company law, property law, tax law, family law, and labor law. Besides the law subjects, you will, of course, also complete modules such as financial accounting, auditing, and taxation, which are modules in the BAcc degree. With the BAccLLB degree, you will then, upon qualification, have the option to immediately start your practical training in the legal profession for 2 years. It will take you 7 years to become a lawyer, which is the 5 years of studies and the 2 years of practical training. If you only study LLB, it will take you 6 years to become a lawyer. So essentially, it only takes you 1 year longer, and you have the benefits of then being a lawyer with a degree in accounting. Alternatively, if you are interested in becoming a chartered accountant, a CA, you can continue with a year-long postgraduate qualification in accounting at the university, which is then followed by a 3-year traineeship. It will then take you 9 years to become a CA, which is again the 5 years of studies, 1 year of postgraduate studies, and 3 years of traineeship. If you only study BAcc, it will take you 7 years to become a CA. So essentially, it only takes you 2 years longer, and you have the benefit of being a CA with a degree in law. You can even become both a lawyer and a CA, but of course you are not limited to these two professions. The sky really is the limit for future career options, given what you will learn in your degree. So, with us having explored what legal and accounting knowledge can be acquired, what then about the various skills that you will be exposed to? During the course of your studies with us, you will have opportunities to develop and to improve on a host of different higher level skills, including critical thinking, numeracy, reading, and writing skills. You can become highly proficient at analyzing vast amounts of information quickly, and to be able to synthesize the core principles and ideas that need to be understood from that. And as you progress through the program, a range of general skills that speak to analyzing potential risks, benefits, and disadvantages within scenarios can be acquired. In short, the way you think and engage with information and the world around you is what will set you apart as a BAccLLB graduate from so many of the other degree qualifications available out there. In turning to the minimum admission requirements for the BAccLLB program, what is required is at least a 80% average in grade 12, excluding life orientation, and at least a 70% in mathematics, or at least 60% in mathematics and at least 70% in accounting, and furthermore, at least 60% in English or Afrikaans home language, or 70% in English or Afrikaans first additional language. However, I must make the point that these are the minimum requirements. So the better you do and the higher you score, the greater the chances are of being selected. And in speaking of selection, it's very important to note that meeting the admission requirements does not secure you a place in the program. We only have a limited number of places available, and selection is based on academic merits, considering both your final grade 11 results or grade 12 marks if they are available, and the results of the National Benchmark Test, the NBT. To give you an idea of availability, over the past several years, we have received more than 200 applications for the program each year, and we only accept or select 40 students. It is therefore very important that you do as well as possible in grade 11 and that you then also complete the NBT, the National Benchmark Test in grade 12. Regarding timing, applications open on 6 April this year and close on 31 July. Students applying for any program in law must write the National Benchmark Test by 15 July in order that we can then have the results for selection. Applications are submitted online at www.marties.com, and please note that the faculty does not consider any late applications. Finally, if you would like to know more about the BAccLLB program, please visit www.marties.com. For information about the full program, please visit and read through the calendar of the Faculty of Law, which can be found at www.sun.ac.za/calendar. I also encourage you to watch the other webcasts, providing you with relevant information regarding your choice of studying law. And I look forward to welcoming you on campus soon. Thank you and goodbye.